The Savage Angle Podcast. A podcast of no direction, unfiltered, raw. Your host, hey guys, welcome to the Savage Angle. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Happy Tuesday. The month is rolling along faster than the coronavirus should be slowing down, right? Oh boy. Folks, we're heading into a perfect political storm, so to speak. Anybody catch the movie The Perfect Storm? It was a great movie, Mark Wahlberg, and the other actors in there. This is now turning into a perfect storm, so to speak, a political perfect storm. And what I mean by that is, the Democrats are using this coronavirus as a political weapon against the 2020 general election. They are, and they're using it pretty well, very, very well. The virus now only has a U.S. death toll of 21. Okay, there's only been 21 reported deaths in the United States since this thing has taken action. But should you be, should you be worried about it? You're damn right you should be worried about it. Should you go, isolate yourself from the general public and keep yourself in the house like a person, just escaping life? Okay, let me narrate that a little bit better. This outbreak of a disease should not keep you cornered in your house every day. Okay? But if you want to go out to the general public, you should take precautionary measures. You should. It's something, to take serious on a serious note. Boy. This just coming out of 6 hours ago. Thank you. This coming out of 6 hours ago, a coronavirus live update from New Jersey, actually. We've seen a first New Jersey death in New Jersey. Oh boy. Let's see here. We'll read up on it. New Jersey had its first New Jersey death of the coronavirus. This is terrible. Oh boy. 1:10 p.m. This coming out of I guess this was yesterday. Reading on it here, but bear with me, folks. This is just breaking news here. 1:10 p.m. New Jersey announces state's first coronavirus death. A man in his 60s, folks, has died from the coronavirus, or what they call it, the COVID-19. Okay, in Bergen County, New Jersey, according to a statement released by New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. Stop with the damn pings. I'm not going to be pinging this all the damn show. Sorry, folks. The coronavirus was, the statement was released, like I said, by New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy and Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver. We are sad to report the first death in the case of the COVID-19 in New Jersey. The statement said, "Our prayers are with the family during this difficult time. We remain vigilant to doing all we can across all levels of government to protect the people of New Jersey," Miller said. Okay. This coming out of 12:53 p.m. New York Governor. So this was just today, folks. 12:53 p.m. New York Governor Cuomo announces containment center in New Rochelle to stem coronavirus spread. So New York governor just established a containment center in New Rochelle, okay, to stem out the coronavirus spread. That's good news. That's real good news. Folks, this disease it's got a low death rate of only 21 reported deaths in the States here. But this thing is starting out to be a little bit more chaotic than the modern day flu. Okay, the flu we all know kills thousands of people every day. 50 to 70,000 reported cases of the flu every day, or on a yearly basis. Okay. The 50-year-old New Rochelle man caught the virus and spread it to 8 others, according to the governor. Okay, so this disease is on all different angles, folks. All different angles. Terrible. 12:39 p.m. coming out of today. The Grand Princess passengers sue over coronavirus exposure. A Florida couple who was aboard the coronavirus hit Grand Princess ocean liner has sued the ship's owner for more than $1 million, claiming the company put profits over safety and did not proper screen protocols in place. Well, folks, this story goes back to the ship out in that docked out in the San Francisco Bay. Okay, which I think, folks, that should be a criminal offense. You docking, sick people out in the San Francisco Bay, okay? Illegal docking, in my opinion, and then transporting them to military facilities to be quarantined, screened, and have the proper precautions taken place, okay? That goes back, the Grand Princess goes back to this, okay? Same thing. I'll read more about this Grand Princess story here. Ronald and Eva Weisenberger of Broward County, Florida, sue Princess Cruise Lines, a unit of Carnival, alleging the company caused them emotional distress and trauma as they fear they will develop the COVID-19, a flu-like disease caused by the virus. Yes. The Grand Princess had 21 people aboard, folks, mostly crew, who were affected with the coronavirus. Okay? Yeah. Now this one right here, I'm going back and forth here. I'm getting lost on conversation here. So this Grand Princess, okay, the ship, this is going back to what I was just saying. The ship docked in Oakland, California, right off the San Francisco Bay. Okay? On Monday, this was yesterday. So it's 2,400 passengers could disembark and be taken to quarantine or medical sites. That's what I just said. Okay? There's 21 people aboard, mostly crew. Okay? They were affected by the coronavirus. Folks, this disease, we're not taking it highly. I mean, Trump just, I don't know. I'm a loss of words for this, folks. I really am. Today we have Trump plans to meet with Senate and House Republicans today to discuss a possible payroll tax cut and other substantial relief as coronavirus cases in the U.S. top to 760 with now, I guess this is current, the death toll went up a little bit to 27 deaths. Okay? So we have 760 reported. I don't know if they're accounted cases or they're accurate cases, but let's just say the U.S. has topped a 760 reported case of coronavirus with 27 deaths. And then we see the Dow drop from a big gain, now up around 250 points. Yes, this thing is affecting the Dow. You know, the Dow, oh boy, the Dow traded 250 points higher and a 1.2% earlier in the day. The 30 stock average was up 945 points. But the S&P 500 was up 0.9% after jumping 3.7%. Okay, so the Dow dropped a little bit, but now up 250 points. So, you know, it's affecting the Dow, it's affecting the stock. Hey guys, if you're out there trying to find something natural for your body, you know, you're getting tired of taking medicine, or you're just not one of those, you know, pill popping type of people, you know, try hemp. What is hemp? Hemp is very natural and it's great for your body. It's known to help people with Alzheimer's, epilepsy, seizures, just about everything. Headaches. I mean, it's very natural, folks. And it's becoming very popular as well, too. The hemp industry is suspected to grow in the next 10 to 20 years. And it's growing right now at a tremendous rate. What I would recommend is try HempWorks. HempWorks, you could find it on just about everywhere on the internet. If you just Google HempWorks, that's HempWorx, and mention that you heard this from the Savage Angle podcast. Don't forget to tell them that the Savage Angle sent you. And you're going to find some great products, folks, with HempWorks. I have HempWorks products at my house that I use, and I'm telling you what, folks, it's a great company, and they supply great natural products. And they stand by their guarantee as well. So if you're out there and you want to find something new, something natural for your body, log on to HempWorks. You're going to love their products, folks. I tell you what, folks, I'm talking about this whole coronavirus outbreak, its updates, the coronavirus. I'm telling you what, it's on all platforms here. The news, everybody's talking about this thing. You know, we got a clip here of the president. This was just earlier today with Vice President Mike Pence. Oh, you got to hear this. The president now giving more updating on the coronavirus of where they see to approach this thing at another angle and another approach. You got to listen to this, folks. This is the president here talking.
President Trump
here we go.
Clear from the early days of the coronavirus in the United States. This would be a whole of government approach. We've brought the full resources of the federal government to bear. But this president has also called together businesses and industries to make this a whole of America approach. Last week at this table, the president met with pharmaceutical leaders. We met with nursing home leaders, leaders of commercial labs, airline industries. We're bringing all of the businesses in the country to bear to protect the health of the American people. Today, Mr. President, you directed us to bring together insurance companies, health insurance companies that cover through private insurance and through their support of Medicare and Medicaid, almost 240 million Americans. And I'm pleased to report, as you requested, Mr. President, that all the insurance companies here, either today or before today, have agreed to waive all co-pays on coronavirus testing and extend coverage for coronavirus treatment in all of their benefit plans. And in your direction, Medicare and Medicaid last week already made it clear to Medicare and Medicaid beneficiaries that coronavirus testing and treatment would be covered. These private insurance carriers have extended that as well. They've also agreed to cover telemedicine so that anyone, particularly among a vulnerable senior population, would not necessary to go to a hospital or go to their doctor, they'll know that telemedicine is covered. These CEOs have also agreed to no surprise billing. We want people to get tested. Over 1 million tests are out, thanks to the diligent work of CDC and HHS. More than 4 million will go out this week. You've worked with commercial labs to expand testing, and that'll continue to increase by the day. But we want the American people to know that they are covered through private insurance. They are covered through Medicare, Medicaid, and there'll be no surprise billing. And finally, Mr. President, as you directed us yesterday, we produced helpful information for every American family, how they can keep their home, their school, their business, their establishment safer from the spread of the coronavirus. All of these major health insurance companies have agreed to convey all this information starting today to all of their customers, as well as to send the CDC's guidance for seniors with underlying health conditions to give them specific recommendations. And so, as you requested us, they've all agreed to work with us to communicate information directly to the American people. Because as you said, Mr. President, while the risk to the average American of contracting the coronavirus remains low, we want a full partnership with industry and give the American people all the information they need to avoid contracting or spreading the coronavirus. And particularly, these companies are going to help us get information to seniors with underlying health conditions who really represent the most vulnerable population to serious outcomes. And I know I speak on behalf of the President when I say how grateful we are for the collaborative spirit, the generosity, and the partnership represented by the great companies at this table.
All right, guys, I'm going to stop it right there. You're hearing the Vice President Mike Pence and President Trump sitting right beside him in this clip here, meeting with health insurance companies, and basically the CEOs of these companies agreeing not to hide surprise bills, cover everything, and basically make sure that all their customers are treated. There was 400 million tests going out later today. There was about 700 million tests going out earlier today. Folks, there's a lot of testing, a lot of money being dished out with this thing. Like I said, this is literally the perfect storm of a disease outbreak to affect our great economy. And I'm going to say something right now. Okay, this might make sense to people. This might not make sense to people. But I tell you what, with the growing economy that we have, such a high economy that we have, this also could be a good thing to slow the economy down. From the greedy people, and companies and large corporations. You know what I mean? The teenagers or whoever likes to go to shopping malls. Get out of our stores! We're closing down. This could. Hey guys, if you're liking my podcast so far, you should check out the podcast on Twitter. Yes, the Savage Angle Podcast is now on Twitter. Just search at the Savage Angle, and it'll pop up right there on the Twitter. But yes, we're now on Twitter, also on Facebook. If you Google the Savage Angle Podcast, that will pop up as well too. And we're also on, different types of platforms out there, such as Google, Spotify, Apple, and anywhere you might find your podcast at. Guys, this podcast is jaw-dropping, it's unscripted, and it's raw material. Just give us a try out today, guys. You'll love it. So, I mean, it could work off really good. You know what I mean? With, slowing the economy down a little bit, because, we have, we have a lot of different things going on, such as the coronavirus. I mean, we have, like I mentioned yesterday, in yesterday's podcast, we have a homeless problem in cities. I mean, that has to be addressed too. I mean, because they have they have diseases that mutate, within their own the system of who they are, their immune system. Usually homeless people have a weaker immune system. So that's something else that we have to look at. We have to look at the homeless population, with the whole coronavirus. I mean, this could affect a lot of different types of people. I mean, is it going to affect our economy? It's going to affect our economy in a big, big way. That's why that's why I labeled it. This is going to be the election to look at between science, disease, and politics. It's literally the perfect storm of the 2020 election. Will it put a damper on the presidency of Donald Trump for re-election? Absolutely it will. Absolutely it will. Okay, because, I mean, for the last 3 years, folks, we've seen this president grow this economy to an historic high. We have. We've never seen a president in United States history, or at least in my lifetime, grow a U.S. economy to where it's at now. The U.S. economy is taking a bump right now. It really is. Through private insurances, through private companies, your mom and pop shops, your retail stores, your large corporations, your theme parks, your airliners, your bus companies, your public transportation, trains, buses, cabs, even Uber and Lyft. I mean, those rideshare services, they're all taking a huge bump in sales and profits from this thing. Like I said, this is turning into the perfect storm, so to speak, of a demise. And I hate to say it, the Democrats really found a political weapon in this thing. They really have, because I mean, like I said, it's going to affect the presidency. I think it will. It will affect the 2020 election. Okay, we have to have this thing contained sooner or later. Because even though, the U.S. has a low risk of this thing, it does. It has a low risk right now, of the coronavirus. The death toll is only up to like 27 deaths in the country. Okay. But we have 450 cases of this thing, So the death toll could go up a little bit as this thing migrates throughout the country. What I think you should do is take precautions of this thing. Don't take it lightly. Yes, it is a flu-like symptom of a disease, but you shouldn't take it lightly. With that being said, folks, I want to take a quick break, and I'll be right back after these words. All right, folks, back to the show here. Back to the show. The show is going on. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Oh, man, this is a funny story. Should I read it? Audience at Fox News Town Hall agrees with Bernie Sanders on minimum wage. Free college, free Medicare for all. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I really hope that the people, they see through this street guy here. He is. This guy, this Sanders, this bum, this schmuck, this Shamil, this mook, this Sanders here is just, oh boy. The crowd agrees with Bernie Sanders on minimum wage. This was yesterday at his Fox News town hall meeting, Monday evening, which members of the crowd chanted no when he asked if his ideas are radical. Oh boy. You got to hear this one. This is, oh boy. Oh man. The Sanders campaign highlighted this clip from Fox News. Boy. Oh man. Oh boy. Sanders. Another schmuck that doesn't have a damn idea of how to run a country, let alone promote policies and everything else with this stupid, ridiculous claim of free college and free Medicare for all. You know what that's going to do, folks? That's going to bankrupt the entire economy. Not all of it, but it's going to bankrupt it a little bit. You can't you're giving free college out to students. You know, how the hell is the damn professors, the staff, and everything else in that college or institute or a university going to get paid? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's ideology that just here it is right now.
I reject the idea. I really do. That's one of the things that bothers me. You know, I hear it every day. I hear it on the media. I hear it from my opponents. Bernie is an extremist. Bernie is too radical. Okay, let's deal with it. Is raising a starvation minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, which has not been raised in 10 years, to $15 an hour, a living wage, a radical idea? Is making public colleges and universities tuition free so that all of our people have the opportunity to get a higher education in a competitive global economy. Is that a radical idea? Is doing what every other major country on earth does, guaranteeing health care to all as a right. I live 50 miles away from the Canadian border. This is not a communist society up there in Montreal. They guarantee health care to all. They spend 50% of what we spend. Is passing a Medicare for all single-payer system a radical idea? And last point, Donald Trump, I know he's on the network a whole lot. Donald, you're probably watching. How are you? All right, I know. Wanted to say hello to the president.
He's actually giving a news conference.
Oh, is he? I'm sure he's watching Fox on the side there. You know, he's kind of addicted to your station. Trump thinks that climate change is a hoax. And that's because he doesn't understand or respect science. I believe that climate change is an existential threat to this planet. I will listen to the scientists who tell us that we have got to move aggressively to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy. And through a Green New Deal, by the way, we can create up to 20 million good-paying jobs. So my point is, I appreciate Allison raising the question. I just don't think any of those ideas are radical.
All right, let me ask.
All right, let me stop it. Yeah, right there. Stop it right there. Bernie, let me say one thing. Let me see one damn thing. Okay? You are proposing ideas, policies, thoughts, opinions on just idiocy. That's what it is. It's idiocy. It's crap. It's like yesterday. What did I say yesterday on the show? You have a salesman going down the road trying to sell Gatorade and water. Yeah, he's trying to make a business. He's trying to make a living, you know. But he's selling crap, folks. Just like this Bernie Sanders selling crap. Free health care and free college to everybody. I just mentioned this man. I mean, doesn't anybody see it? This man is going to bankrupt the United States economy. I don't understand why no one sees this. No one sees this at all. He had a little meeting in front of like, what, 50, 60 people maybe last night? Only 50, 60 people come. So when I say he's polling in people, he's polling in that short majority of people. People that see his ideas that could work. You know what I mean? That could work. And then what did he say just before? He just said as the closing of the meeting, of the town hall meeting came to a close, he's talking about the president and about climate change, about how Donald Trump thinks climate change is a hoax. Well, certainly, I mean, I don't think he thinks it's a hoax, but I mean, you know, it folks, oh boy, there's the words to be explained on this man today, on this Sanders guy, is just like it's like a reboot of 2016. You know, when he was trying to go after things of Hillary, and now he's trying to go after things of Trump. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, yes, our economy right now is turning around just slightly. The jobs are still there, but we have this coronavirus scare. As soon as we get it contained, and folks, and we get vaccines and everything else controlled, I think we'll be in good shape. I think we'll be in real good shape. But if the Dems gonna politically use this thing as a weapon, you're damn right they are, for their upper hand. They'll use anything. They'll try to sell you anything to try to get the better hand, because that's how Democrats work. They take one thing and they use it after another. And then they use it after that one thing that's working for us. What is working for us, folks? Our economy is working for us. Our jobs are back. People are back to work, off of food stamps. That's working, is it not? If you'd rather live under an Obama era of an America, by all means, you can raise your hand, you can, whatever. Because guess what, folks? This hand, my hand, won't be raised. I hate it living under that era. I hate it struggling every day of my life. Okay? I really did. I'm glad that we have a president right now taking measures in this in this America today, in his presidency. I really do. I really think, as an American, we are on the right approach as Americans, going the right direction, going the only direction, I call it. Because it is the only direction, the right direction we should be going as Americans. Yes, we should have a high economy. Yes, we should have high job growth. But sometimes, I just mentioned earlier in today's show, speaking about economy, it won't be bad to slow it down just a tiny bit, to get rid of those greedy corporations, okay? Because we have a lot of them. We have a lot of greedy corporations. Yeah, the American dream is to get rich and stay rich, but also to take into consideration of the little guy below you. The mom and pop shops. Okay, because you hardly see those type of businesses around. You might see it, as a drive-by type of town or a city. You see a little business, somebody selling tomatoes or watermelons or something like that. But you don't see that. And folks, that's what brought up to the country. That's what it brought up. It brought it up to where it is now. You got this guy Trump, man. He's trying to bring back, the so-called traditional America of what it used to be, but traditional mixed with a little modernized America. Yes, do we love our technology? Yes, we love our technology. We love our cell phones. We love our tablets. We love everything, Bluetooth, what have you, Wi-Fi. We love all that. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love it. I use it on a daily basis. But I wouldn't mind, going to a mom and pop shop. I wouldn't mind going there. I go there usually a lot now. Farmers markets. That's what all made America, to what it is today. You got this guy Sanders, man, is trying to bury everything of where we are now as Americans. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot offer free health care to everybody. You can't. It's just simply you can't. Folks, let me say it. Free health care, free college, and then he wants to raise the minimum wage up to $15 an hour. And then tries to draw more crowd chants to say in the U.S. National wage, minimum wage, has been raised in 10 years. Yeah, he's right about that. It has been raised in 10 years. Has things gone up? Yes, things gone up. Everything is going to go up. It doesn't matter if you, let me talk about minimum wage for a minute. It doesn't matter if you raise minimum wage higher than it is currently at this point. It doesn't matter. When you raise minimum wage up, the prices go up. Don't people see this agenda? Don't people see that if you raise minimum wage to $15 an hour, your milk, your bread, your produce, your meat, everything, the prices go up. They do. Because when companies see wages higher Okay, and people and companies see people and pharmaceutical companies and medical companies and all these different types of companies, corporations. I mean, everything. When they see people making more money, that's when your prices go up. I don't understand why people don't see this. I mean, people are becoming the blind sheep of not seeing this. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. It's true. And then don't get me started with free healthcare and free college for everybody. You cannot simply offer free stuff. You put a damper on an economy, a U.S. economy. Folks, there's not more to be said here. There really isn't. There's not more to be said here. You know, this is like I said, this will be turned, this election will be turned into politics, science, and disease. It's literally the perfect storm of this election coming up in November. It really is, folks. It really is. Because the Democrats now have a new political weapon, and that's now the coronavirus and disease, along with its other angles that it's been using. Healthcare, minimum wage, and poverty. Folks, all those things will always be in this country. It just depends. Listen, folks. There's a difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats will always have you believe that the government has a solution for you. The Republicans will always have you believe, and this is true. You can actually look it up. The Republicans work for you. The Democrats, you work for the Democrats. Okay? You work for the Democrats, the Republicans work for you. The Republicans are wanting to work for you to make different things possible. Better jobs. Higher economy. Better healthcare costs. All the Democrats want to do is give you free shit. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because you're going to go back to an Obama era, and you can see how the damn Obamacare worked out for us. Did it work out for us? No. We had to pay higher premiums than when it was originally rolled out into the system. Folks, you cannot allow blind black angles of this Democratic Party to fool you. Because I'm telling you right now, you vote a Democrat, especially this is a new party of Democrats, okay? You will vote a socialist candidate such as Sanders into the White House in November. And everything you worked hard for, everything Trump worked hard for you, the American people, will be flushed down the toilet. It will. Mark my words, it will. Because you will be going to what's be called a socialist system. And you can see how that worked for countries such as Cuba and Venezuela. It put their economy down the crap hole. And they're still suffering from it. Do you want to live like that? Or do you want to live under a Trump administration of a presidency that is moving this country forward and bringing back traditional ways of America? Because that's what's going on now, folks. Don't let this radical left of socialist, communist Democrats fool you. That's my angle, folks.
Savage Angle. Follow on Facebook, The Savage Angle Podcast. Also can be found on Spotify, Google, Apple, and anywhere you find your podcast. The Savage Angle Show. Subscribe now.